Public statement by Lichtenberg Office of Information. Monroe killed in Lichtenberg assault. Fallen hero honoured. Dominic in hiding. Warforged units keep peace across Cognishtia. Evelyn Monroe, a celebrated monk, bodyguard, and heir to the Monroe Temple, has died heroically in an assault against Dominic Lichtenberg. Her courage shall never be forgotten. The shot shattered her vision. Her form wavered, balance lost, and the blast she charged meant for John's neck instead tore through his arm. Evelyn fell, her fury broken.
The standard Warforged. The basic model. Their plating resembles knight's armor, and they are equipped with an arm blade alongside a kite shield. All Warforged are based on this model, alterations of which are as specified. The ranged model. Derived from the prior, however, their armaments are replaced with a gun arm and a hand to stabilize it. An alternate version, named the immobile ranged model, has their head replaced by the gun instead, with their arms capable of providing stabilization, acting as a tripod. The stealth model, otherwise known as the Huntforged. Their altered skeletons with arms that reach down to their shins allow them to run on all fours. Their plating is made of tough but flexible leather as opposed to metal. Additionally, instead of typical weaponry, they're equipped with long, sharp claws. The Neo-Forged. A new era of Warforged from the LRC. They claim this new wave is due to the ongoing chromatic war. The Rune-Forged. Sleek, lighter models with runes carved into their arms and chest. The Rune-Forged are capable of limited spellcasting, and when they reach their limit, they shut down for good. Due to this, they have fragile, inexpensive frames, which means they have high vulnerability to physical damage. They require cooldowns to prevent core burnout, and as said earlier, if pushed too far, they collapse for good. The Starforged. Classified as experimental, the LRC claimed that they were inspired by the starborn race of the criminal Agori. They are made out of glass, meaning their inner workings and cores are visible. Inside, they may look like a tangled mess of wires and metal, however they possess the ability to break free of their casing, to form a far larger version of themselves with no real protective layer. From what has been observed in testing, they are extremely unstable, short-lived, and prone to erratic behavior, making them a rarity compared to their peers. The Heavy Infantry model. Large, slow-moving Warforged with additional plating and shields practically everywhere. They were designed specifically for defensive formations and siege warfare. Their extreme damage resistance has earned them the reputation of being invulnerable. That said, only one has ever been seen in public, at a robotics fair recently held in Paces. Some theorize it was there to ward off dragons that may have been circling the area. The Scout Forged. Tiny-sized, fast, and lightly armored Warforged used for a variety of tasks. Equipped with 360 sight, silent movement mechanisms, and highly limited arcane capabilities. Nowadays, they are often seen accompanying the police force. The Control Forged. Only rumored to exist. We know nothing of them, aside from what has been leaked by the press.
This is an official incident report regarding individuals classified as armed fugitives and domestic terrorists by the Cognitia Department of Internal Security. The offenders are as follows. Everett Whiteley, known mercenary, multiple prior offences on record. Agori Amorpho, extraplanar fugitive, species registered as Starborn, biological and behavioural data incomplete. Constance Vetterman, no known criminal history, prior record includes gambling offences and financial instability. John Lichtenberg, son of one of the two victims, Dominic Lichtenberg. No prior offences, under active investigation for treason and terrorism. A non-registered artificial entity, stolen prototype Warforged, referred to by the offenders as Goldie. These individuals have been designated by the Cognitia Council as hostile actors and ideological threats to national stability and technological security. This report will cover two connected criminal events. The first, the attempted assassination of Dominic Lichtenberg, and the second, the homicide of Evelyn Leica Munro. According to the victim, Dominic Lichtenberg, the events took place within his private residence during standard business hours. At approximately 1600 hours, the 5 suspects unlawfully entered the premises. All were reportedly armed. Dominic identified his son, John, among the offenders. The remaining members of the group were unknown to him prior to the incident. Dominic immediately called upon his on-site security detail, Evelyn Munro, a long-standing personal employee and hired bodyguard, to intervene. According to Dominic's testimony, Evelyn engaged the intruders in physical combat and held them off for several minutes. During this engagement, she sustained a fatal gunshot wound to the eye, inflicted by suspect Everett Whiteley. During this, she delivered an explosive blow to John Lichtenberg and tore off his arm, found at the scene of the crime. The death of Evelyn Munro was declared on scene by medical personnel post-evacuation. Dominic Lichtenberg successfully evaded the attackers and secured himself at an undisclosed location. By the time law enforcement arrived, the suspects had fled. The motive for the attack remains under investigation. Preliminary statements from Dominic suggest a financial motive, specifically implicating his son, John Lichtenberg, as the potential initiator. It is believed that John may have recruited the others to assist in robbery, assault, or politically motivated disruption. Dominic Lichtenberg remains in protective isolation at an undisclosed secure location. He is not expected to return to public life until the suspects are apprehended or confirmed deceased. All media inquiries and public communication are to be handled through Lysandra Munro, father of the deceased Evelyn Munro, who now serves as Dominic's official spokesperson. The manhunt is being coordinated through joint operations between local law enforcement, departmental reconnaissance agents, and the newly deployed Scout Forged units. Additional assets include Dominic's personal protection force, unidentified operatives colloquially referred to by the police force as suits, humanoid agents wearing gold jackal masks. These agents have been granted jurisdictional freedom under Directive 87 Black, operating alongside sanctioned departments. Known or suspected locations associated with criminal activity, including slums, underground crime units and smuggling routes, are all under active surveillance or lockdown. Further intelligence will be appended as new information emerges.
The big fight. The Lichtenberg Enterprises building had become a war zone. Unlike the traditional world of Cognitia, the final fight between Dominic and the party did not happen at the airship. Upon being requested, Evelyn without a thought turned against the party and allied with her employer Dominic. She fought with unparalleled skill. Her strikes were swift, imbued with draconic energy and hound discipline. But all he needs is one good shot. One stroke of luck. During a critical moment, Everett, acting with desperate precision, fired a single bullet, striking Evelyn's right eye. Evelyn collapsed, unconscious and gravely wounded, her fate seemingly sealed.
Hello and welcome. I'm Glob with today's report on the state of affairs across all the regions. Today I'm going to focus on the provinces and how they have shifted in the last 8 years. Apparatus. Apparatus is in full compliance of the typical regime. However, it has become increasingly corporate run and has gained more influence over the other provinces after the assassination attempt of Dominic. Dominic is the Secretary of Communication and Media in Apparatus, and there is a clear heavy bias. Every paper, every feed control, truth is an edit away. The group who attempted to kill Dominic have been labelled terrorists, occultists and murderers. Evelyn's death and the assassination attempt on Dominic is doctored for emotional manipulation. Technology and Warforged are celebrated. Location, Beryllium. They feel as if they are the last truly free province. Focused, diplomatic and politically opposed to Apparatus, whose influence is very low. Dominic's agents operate here, however they don't stay for long. Despite being liberal on the assassination attempt, they don't want the group in their province out of fear it will cause civil harm. Location, Feldolum. Technically a part of Duraldium, but with rising tensions and semi-independent governance. Apparatus' influence is low but growing. Secret trade deals and tech shipments arrive under the radar. There is conflict between loyalists and pragmatists who want to avoid war. Fortis Petrum. Militaristic and proud, but unstable. Leadership shifts are causing uncertainty. Apparatus' influence is touch and go, offering defensive alliances. The thought on the terrorist group are mixed. Some honour them, others call them threats. Null Magicalis. Null Magicalis is economically desolate. Criminality is rapidly increasing due to the lack of vigilant policing, and a lot of the younger population are going missing. The dead magic still erodes arcane presence. It's only grown stronger, and children are warned not to shine like stars. Passus, once neutral and spiritual, housing the largest monasteries around. However, over the past 8 years, it has become the militant theocracy under Lysander Monroe, who seems to have twisted a portion of society to sharing his ideologies of power. Lysander Monroe has stepped down as a council member of Cognita and joined the Passus Council as the new head. He began leading Passus with a deep loyalty to Dominic and the ideologies of Apatus, using the Passus media to sway them to Dominic's side. Apatus' influence is high on Passus and the Draconic monks, who are now an elite martial guard under Lysander, partially integrated with Dominic's Golden Masked agents, who now survey the majority of Cognita. The monks are distinct from the agents as they appear as actual canine shifters. Meanwhile, the agents just wear golden masks. These monks lead the law enforcement in this province.
Hi, I'm Jay Thing. Random video, I know. Everything in this video has used either my own art, stock footage, the theme song is from Severance. All of the songs used are stock songs. You can get them on Pixabay, the website. Yeah, I don't think I've used anything that isn't. If I have, comment it and I'll put it in the description. Otherwise, I think we're all good for that.